not just stays in the area, he actually wants to do this. So, like, he puts in work and shit, and he's good at it. He had public access and chill, which I believe you can still see on the old YouTube there. And he wrote a book. It's actually pretty damn good. Brian, where the fuck are you right now? Brian, what's the name of your goddamn book?
Really? The Liquor Store Chronicles?
The Liquor Store Chronicles. I want to read it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brian Barganier!
Hell yeah, keep it going for William and everyone else you've seen tonight. Be honest, who's actually going to buy my book? Me neither. Alright, let's do comedy, right? It's fall, the leaves have fallen, it's time for comedy, you guys. You sure you don't want to rake before? Alright, no, we'll do this. Let's just jump right into all of it. Let's do a quick background about me. I have a mixed background. My mom is from Turkey, and my dad's from veal parmesan. Alright, that's the only joke I've ever written. I haven't written any jokes since I lost that CVS receipt I was writing everything on, so it's been pretty tough for me lately, you guys. I don't know, you guys seem fun. This is a fun crowd, right? Like, hell yeah, like, you're having fun, right, dude? Hell yeah, tell your fucking body language that then, you know? Like, it's gonna be fun. Just teasing you. What's your name, dude? I don't want to pick on you. I just love your shoes. I want to trade one shoe for one shoe after this. What size are you?
6.
Oh, 6. Yeah, right. You can barely line 6 and gigantic. What the fuck? Let's play a game, yeah? What's your name?
Michael.
Michael, fuck yeah. That's my name too now for this joke. Alright, let's play a game, right? Michael, God comes down from heaven. God also exists in this joke. God comes down from heaven. He says, Michael, I'm bored, I want to play a game. He goes, Michael, I want you to pick an animal, but when you pick that animal, poof, it's going to instantly become extinct. So gun to your head, if you had to make one animal extinct, what animal would you pick?
A dog.
A dog? What the fuck? Oh, man. That fucking caught everyone off guard. And then the applause break caught me off guard. I was like, is this a weird anti-PETA thing? I like that you're adamant about it and you didn't even blink before you said it, so hell yeah, good for you. Like, it's not even the weirdest answer I ever got. The first time I ever asked someone in the crowd that, that's why I just keep doing it, it's fun. Guy, even quicker than you said what you said, he went, panda. I was like, whoa! What are you gonna pick the cutest answer? Jesus, what are you gonna kill all 10 of them right now? I'm pretty sure God's already doing that. Just let it happen, right? Aw, it actually bummed everyone out. Perfect. I don't know, that's just fun for me, because I've not been doing shit. I've been watching TV for about 18 months straight. Anyone else? Yeah, give me some Netflix recommendations after this, because like I've been just watching like boring and weird stuff. Like, I don't know how this is gonna hit. Like, I've been watching a lot of old school Nickelodeon lately, and not even just all of Nickelodeon, just one show in particular. I don't know if you guys know it. It's called Legends of the Hidden Temple. So, clap again if you have seen the show, and clap if you haven't seen the show. Okay, it's a concept you have to get. I'm going to explain to people that don't know what the show is, and people that do know what it is, tell me if this is a good explanation, alright? It was a show on TV in the early 90s. They take a random boy and girl, ages like 11, and they put them on goofy teams, like names like the Purple Parrots, Blue Barracudas, and they make them do light physical challenges against each other, like cross this river, but it's a pool, like climb this mountain, but it's a stage. Is that a good explanation of the show? Oh, and they win Jansport backpacks and shit like that. If you haven't seen it, does that make sense as a concept? Cool, right? Because it's like, I want them to bring that show back. It's a very 90s thing they did on those TV shows. I need it. It's like this very key element they used to do, and that is interview children immediately after they lose something. Have you ever seen something so, oh. There's some parents here not liking that. I don't care. Like, let me tell you something. You watch like an NFL game, you see a star athlete lose a game on TV and then he gets interviewed. That is a skill set you learn, how to lose gracefully. Children don't know how to fucking do that yet. They just stick a microphone in their face and they're like, Billy, what happened out there? And Billy's like, she didn't do it. I'm just high on my couch, like I fucking love this show. nothing going on. I'm watching TV. Everyone else has been inside most of the time and stuff. Like Will said, I live in Connecticut. I live in Ellington, Connecticut. I don't know where it is either. Middle of fucking nowhere. I like living off the grid and all that stuff, but there's some downsides. It's happened recently. My wife, it was like 3 a.m. She goes, hey, I'm out of tampons. And I go, are we out of tampons? Because I say feminist shit like that. But we live in the middle of nowhere. It's 3 a.m. There's maybe a gas station down the street that will have something, or I'm gonna have to go towns and towns and towns over to find like a 24-hour CVS or something. So I go to the gas station, right? Because I love her, but come on. I find a box that says tampons, mission successful, right? I put it on the counter, the cashier walks up, she looks at it, and she just goes, cardboard applicators? I hate those! And I'm noticing it's just women mostly laughing right now, so fellas, pay attention, because I did not know what was happening in that exact moment. I was like, what? She's like, yeah! It was a gas station at 3 a.m. Obviously she was screaming the entire time. She was like, yeah! There's cardboard applicators, and then there's plastic applicators. And it's like, holy shit. Because I'm learning so much right now. Because first of all, I didn't know it was like a Flintstones push pop. So that's crazy. But then I'm like, okay, do you have plastic applicators then? And then she just looks and goes, no. Then why the fuck would you say something? Now I just feel horrible. I'm gonna rip off a dread and give that to her. Like, I don't know. Have fun. All right, one line too many. You guys nailed it. All right. I shouldn't have tried to sneak it in, and you guys got it. Perfect. It's tough when you only got 2 stories, right? Because, like, I don't know, I just miss traveling. I used to travel for fucking comedy all the time. Like, this is cool. I went to, like, the next state over, so that's pretty rad, you know, like, trying. I miss traveling because, like, I don't know, like, I like to go places, and, like, one of my favorite things to do is, like, Google weird laws to, like, all the states and towns that I go to. You guys ever do that? Yep. One guy who's on the camera, perfect. Like, it's okay if you're not high and just on Google all day. It's totally fine. It starts with me, like, is weed legal here? And then the rabbit hole, like, continues, right? You never know how you're gonna get it on the road too. Like, this is not even a joke. Like, the best weed I ever got was with my last tour. I was in the middle of Mississippi, and thank God this weed was good, because I was in Mississippi, and you're gonna think this is a joke. I was so high. I was eating Doritos in bed. It was 10 at night. That's not the unbelievable part. I was so high, I called the IRS trying to pay back $40 I owe from 5 years ago. Now, they've never contacted me about it, but I know about it, right? Like, you ever get high and just feel like super guilty about something? Just like, oh, I should probably figure that whole tax thing out, you know? Right while I'm watching X-Men 2. And I know what you guys are thinking right now because you have your lives together and shit. You're like, Brian, don't do that. The IRS is 24 hours. They will answer. Also, you're in Mississippi with no documents in front of you. Well, where were you, right? So I called, and this lady's instantly onto my bullshit. She goes, Mr. Barganier, why haven't you registered or paid your taxes in the past 5 years? And I said out loud to her, oh, because I didn't make any money on the books those years. And she was like, excuse me? And I was like, oh shit, and I just hung up. You guys, it's not the 90s. I didn't hang up. I smashed my iPhone. And then I made bagel bites, because that's how I do taxes, right? I show up at H&R Block, and they're like, do you have a 401k? I'm like, I have a fanny pack full of bagel bites. Do you want one? Microwave them for too long. It fucking rocks. But I like to Google weird laws. That's what I like to do. Once, you know, the weed kicks in and all that stuff. Like, I was going to Canton, Ohio. I have nothing bad to say about Canton, Ohio. Football Hall of Fame. Woo, we did it, you know? But they have the weirdest laws I've ever seen in my entire life. Buffer law, Canton, Ohio. If you want to go rollerblading, you got to call the cops and let them know. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna fucking go rollerblading, right? Because I'm a badass. But not the weirdest law I've ever seen. It was in Canton, Ohio. It was worded just like this. It was, if you lose your pet tiger, you have to call the authorities within 45 minutes. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it should be way less time than that. A fucking tiger in Ohio? I can't even imagine that 911 phone call, right? Like, hello, 911? Yeah, I lost my pet tiger 37 minutes ago. Yeah, I was just making couscous and I totally spaced. By the way, I'm going rollerblading. Saw one guy just terrorizing that town. Hell yeah. I wrote some jokes in my hand. No, I didn't. I just wrote taking pussy over and over again, right? Hell yeah, you guys like the weed jokes, right? What do you guys think, of a fucking cop or something? What happened? What the fuck was that? Like I'm gonna rip off this mustache and there's like a better mustache. Freeze! Get undercover for this comedy show specifically. Jokes be damned. I'm a man of the law. No. You guys are fucking nuts. Whatever. I don't know. It's cool to be back doing like live shows again. I've been doing a lot of shows like in my yard. So like, you think I'm joking, but like I'm not. Like I did a show in my yard recently, whatever. And my dad came to see me do comedy for the first time in 12 years. And as soon as he got there, he was like, "Does this cost money?" And I was like, "Just fucking come in, please. Be supportive." For fuck's sake. He brought my 15-year-old brother. I have two brothers. One's I'm 32. One of my brothers is 27, and then I have a 15-year-old brother. So one of us is a mistake. Either way, my brother came because he likes comedy. Not my comedy, but he likes comedy. And we were talking after the show, and my 15-year-old brother goes to me and goes, "You know, I have 10,000 followers on TikTok." I'm like, "Holy shit," because I have like 4. I'm like, "What? Like, what are you doing on there? Are you telling jokes? You telling skits or something?" And he's just like, "Nah, I just drink weird shit." Like, I could have just been doing when I was like an alcoholic. Like, this is awful. I hate this, right? But it was funny because we were talking. He's 15 now. His past year was his freshman year of high school. I can't even imagine going to. I went to that high school too. It had no fucking air conditioning. I can't even imagine how bad it was during a pandemic, right? It fucking sucks. So I'm asking him like, "What is high school like? He's like, "I hate it." Like, "What don't you like about it?" He's like, "I hate gym class." I'm like, "Well, that's normal. Like, why do you hate it?" He goes, "It's virtual." And I'm like, "Interesting. Go on." He's like, "For gym class, I have to videotape myself working out for a half an hour and then email it to the gym teacher." What the fuck? Can you imagine anything more horrifying? First of all, that gym teacher's email needs to get red flagged immediately. There's some shit going on in there. Like, that is horrifying. I'd rather just take a shower with the other kids and show them my shitty dick at that point. Like, that's less embarrassing. Gosh golly, right? So it's cool to be here, not in my yard and all that stuff, because like if I had known my last show before everything just locked down, I would have probably like appreciated it a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? The last show I did before the lockdown happened, it was a bar, it was bad, I was bombing, like pretty bad. No one was really listening to me, there's like maybe like 4 people in it, and then this couple walks in, and they're like one of those couples that are just so like obnoxiously drunk, and they're just so loud, they just take over the entire room and everyone's attention. Like, he's just like some douchebag in like a hockey jersey, and she's from like one of the stepmom countries or whatever. So they walk in, and the guy is like, "Woo! I can shotgun a beer fast as fuck!" Just a blanket statement to anybody, like, and like everyone reacted basically like you guys. Like, who's impressed by that? No, you poked a hole in it, and then fucking gravity happened. Congratulations. Like, if you want to impress me, like, I want to see you like shotgun like a can of soup or something. That'd be fucking crazy, right? Like, Campbell's chunky that shit, dude, right? Turn to your buddy like, "Whoa, you see that dude drink all that meat? Let's leave. I hate this bar. I don't want to do that here." I know that joke comes across as super like anti-hockey, and I just want to say I like hockey. Hockey's a cool sport. Hell yeah, no one likes it? Perfect. I like it because you can fight in it, right? Like, you know, you just, in a hockey game, then they just throw their gloves off and they start punching each other in the face. I'm like, they should do that in more sports, right? Like wouldn't that be crazy, like in boxing, if they just threw their gloves down and started punching each other in the face? I wasn't gonna do that joke, but you guys are what they call a good crowd. So, gotta do the B material for you guys. You'll give it great reactions for my self-esteem, right? Oh man, you know what's funny? I say I haven't been traveling a lot, but I recently did some traveling. You know, other than this show, my wife and I, we lost electricity recently, and like day 2 of not having air conditioning, I was like, fuck this. We are getting a hotel room, and by hotel room, I mean motel room. So I find one online. I'm like, pack a bag, let's go. My wife, she's so cute. She goes, it's 10 a.m. It says check-in's not till 3 p.m. Are we gonna be able to get our room this early? I'm gonna pause the joke real quick. I travel a lot for comedy. You guys ever travel a lot for comedy? I don't know how to talk to people anymore. The point is, I stay in a lot of hotels. And if I know one thing about the way I look, and if I show up at a hotel and they say, sorry, check-in's not till 3 p.m., I'm gonna go, that's dope. I'm gonna post up in the lobby then with this trash bag full of clothes and watch something super loud on my phone. And if it's not 10 minutes on the dime every time where they're like, oh, Mr. Barganier, not only is your room ready, but you've been upgraded to the top floor. Because I give off the vibe of get him the fuck out of public, right? But I hate to say it was a normal like hotel motel check-in, right? Like fill this out. What's your license plate number? I don't know. That's fine. Shit like that, right? But I had my favorite part of any hotel check-in, if you ever check in, and that's the breakfast speech. You all know what it is. It's kind of like the same drone anywhere you go. It's kind of like something like, we have a complimentary breakfast that's served from 5 a.m. to 5:03 a.m. Blah, 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 hot tub, blah, 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 right? And maybe it's just me because I'm high when I'm checking in, but does anyone else get like that ambitious thought of like, ooh, I'm gonna wake up super early, grab a bunch of food, bring it back to my room, heat it up, and then eat it later. Anyone else? All right, maybe just me. I don't fucking care. Maybe you just thought of it. It never works out like that if you never thought of it. It's not like, well, let's say you set an alarm and wake up for breakfast, or you're doing blow. Either way, you're up, right? So you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to breakfast. And you trudge out there in pajamas. There's fully dressed families having heartwarming conversations. I'm trying to grab the right amount of sausage links, so I'm like a fucking monster. It's 6, by the way. And then maybe, if you're lucky, you get to make your own waffle. Hell yeah, that's right. If you were lucky, you might get to work at the La Quinta for 10 minutes. Isn't that fucking awesome? Put in all those blueberries. You deserve it, right? You load up with plates full of fake meat and fruit because you're going to start a diet that day now. You look like a buffet employee that just got fired. Pack all your shit, get the fuck out. Take all the Salisbury steak with you. Sick of looking at it. Right? And then what happens? Say it with me. You go back to sleep. You don't have a microwave in your room. You didn't think it through. You didn't think about it. So what do you do in that situation? Or what did I do in that situation? I was like, I'll go to the hot tub. Food's cold. I'm hot. That's science, basically, right? It would be kind of like reheating it. So I walk to the hot tub, and there's a guy in the hot tub. Right? So I'm kind of just standing there, trying to will this guy out of the hot tub. And then I realize I'm just staring at this guy in the hot tub. Either way, so I'm staring at the guy, right? Just like, get the fuck out, man. I want to eat these eggs. And I see the guy see that sign that says you can't be in the hot tub if you've had diarrhea in the past 48 hours. And then I see that guy do one of these and then get out of the hot tub. Just got it going. Alright, you guys didn't laugh long enough for me to sip, so. You're just gonna have to take it. Also, my timer thing never turned on, so that's fun. We'll just keep going until I get breathy. So, what has been going on? Yeah, this is like one of my first few shows back, like inside and stuff, so that's like rad and stuff. My first one back, like from the pandemic or whatever, I did a casino, which was blah. Yeah, you guys like casinos? No? Maybe? No? Everyone's too poor to do that shit? Fuck it. I can't like go gamble at the casino. If I lose $20, that's not a paid gig anymore, so it's like tough. But we went, me, my wife, and a couple friends. It was a pretty disastrous experience. We went at like 11 at night. We had to park on like a rooftop parking lot. To this day, I don't know why there's a parking lot on the roof. I guess it's the one you lose all your money, you can just jump off the fucking building. But we're walking into the entrance, and there is a drug dealer standing there. Yeah. I know that this guy is a drug dealer because his sweatshirt matched his sweatpants. So, you all know what I'm talking about. So this guy hits me with a line that I'm unfamiliar with. As I walk by, he just goes, "Yo, I got that diesel if you need it." One drug addict, perfect. Because I'm just a pothead, that's all I do, that's all I need to fuck the party up. I know that there's a weed called sour diesel, so I thought he meant that. So I was like, you guys want to get some weed from this guy? Like, fuck it. We'll get a little bit of weed, we'll go in the casino, we'll lose a little bit of money. Sir, how much is your marijuana? This guy instantly confused. He's like, weed? What? He just pulls it out. He's like, this is heroin. Yeah. You laugh, I gas. He's just showing me a bag of heroin. Because I can tell by all your body languages right now, most of you have never bought heroin before. I too have never bought heroin before. I have no need for it. I don't even know what the unit of measurement is. Like, if I had to buy it, I'd be like, I don't know, like one? One heroin, please, sir. Yeah, however much it is to die, just like a little bit less. I'm gonna be really good at the trumpet for like 45 minutes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know why I keep looking at this like it doesn't say dick and pussy over and over again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm at a real turning point in my life, you guys. I'm 32. Anyone here older than 32? Ooh, what a sad reaction that was. Gee whiz, you guys. Well, I have a question though. Actually, I haven't felt like this in since the past year. So riddle me this, you old fucks. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like I'm at a real turning point in my life because I feel like food is starting to ruin my life more than drugs. Like, is that a thing that starts to happen when you get older? Okay, there's the applauses, right? Like, we're all adults and this is the theater and shit. Like, I don't do it anymore, but I used to do a lot of cocaine. I don't want to do it tonight unless you're gonna sell it to me in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's hang out for 3 days, that type of shit. No, we're all adults. You don't have to admit that you've ever done it. Just sell it to me. No, I'm just kidding. But like, it's the best drug there is. It's too good. That's why it's dangerous. Like, it's the only drug you can go out, do it, make a best friend that night, and think you can start a small business together. It's like the only drug that gives you that level of confidence, right? You're just in a bathroom with like 6 people, and one guy's like, let's get a food truck! And you're like, who is that guy? It is 3 a.m. All right, we're gonna have to get more blow to stay up till that lot opens up. Dip into the initial investment almost immediately, right? But yeah, I don't do it anymore. I just smoke weed, like I said, and I was driving somewhere to a show. It was only like 15 minutes down the road. This is how I know I'm at a real turning point. And in that 15-minute car ride, I ate a family-sized bag of what's that white cheddar popcorn shit called?
Smart food.
Smart food, right? Everyone said it. Hell yeah, give me snacks. I ate a bag this big of smart food in a 15-minute car ride. You don't know me, right? Like, I'm licking my fingers. I got away with it. I walk into like the venue, and my buddy sees me, looks instantly concerned. He runs up and he's just like, dude, is that fucking Coke? And like, I looked. I was wearing like a black sweatshirt, just like this. That shit was just like covered in white powder. It was bad, like end of Scarface bad. And I realized something about myself in that exact moment, and that is I realized I was more embarrassed to say I ate a whole bag of food than to say I did a Schedule 1 ruthless I was with it. And my buddy, I was hoping it was going to turn into like an after-school program. Like, Brian, don't do large piles of cocaine. You fucking hope, right? Like, I wasn't ready for his reaction. He was too quick. He ran his finger down my belly and did a nummy of it. Of cheddar! And I'm just horrified, feeling like the fattest fuck of all time. Like, what are you gonna do? It's tough out there in those streets. Then he gets even creepier into my ear and he's like, yo, that shit's real good. Can you get more of that? Like, yeah, I know this gas station like right down the street. How much for a bag? I don't know, like $3? Go get some tampons while I'm at it. You guys are fun. I will keep telling you that because I am needy. All right. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know, a couple stories, then we'll get out of here because you guys are, I don't know, too cool for school, right? This is like stuff I do for crowds that I appreciate. I'm gonna tell you guys about the worst show I ever did. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I appreciate y'all coming to this because I've done some dog shit in my life. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I ever did a theater show. It was like in 2015. I did a theater in, I want to say Columbia, Mississippi. You could Google the place, but it doesn't exist anymore. It was called the Princess Theater. Dead ass. Look it up. I'll wait. Everyone Google it right now. No, it's a real place. It's Princess Theater, but it was like one of those old school theaters. It had like, the first time my name was like one of those big ass marquees. Like it was spelled wrong, but it was still my name. It was awesome. Like my name's Brian, Brian. It said free brunch every Tuesday. So I was like, fuck it, we're going in, right? And the show's supposed to be me, my friend Joe, and the host who works at the bar. The host meets us, we walk in, it's like a little dingy bar with like 11 people in it, and then like a little walk-through room with a salad bar, and then there's the big theater. So she takes us through the bar, the salad bar room, and then the theater, and when we get in the theater, it's dilapidated. They look like they haven't done comedy in there since like the 1800s. Like a cockroach runs by, it's a bad movie that's happening right now. But the host kind of starts explaining everything to us, and she goes, yeah, we don't do comedy in the theater anymore, because at the last show, someone got shot. So we're gonna do comedy back in the bar. Because, you know, it's the room's fault. So my head is spinning, and she just kind of keeps talking, and I'm not registering how fucking fucked this is, right? So she's like, yeah, at the last show, someone got shot. That's why we bought this here salad bar to improve our image. And before my jaw could even drop, she doubles down and goes, yeah, and we didn't even know what a salad bar looked like, so we had to go to the Ruby Tuesdays and copy theirs. The Ruby Tuesdays. Fuck me, right? So then the show's about to start for those 11 people in the bar. The host then reveals to me and Joe that she does not do comedy. She goes, what I do is I ask the crowd never have I ever questions, and if they say yes, they get a free shot from the bar. Because what could fucking possibly go wrong, right? I'll spare you all 10 questions, but the first one was never have I ever been arrested. And in unison, I watched 11 people do 10 shots all in a row. Because they're not fact-checking this shit. I did it too. I was terrified. The host did it. Everyone did it, right? And she goes up there and she introduces Joe incorrectly. His last name is Reddington. She calls him Joe Red. No big deal, right? He makes a little joke about it. The host then has an ugly meltdown about it on and off stage. Then she comes up to me and keeps asking how to say my goofy ass last name. She's like, what is it? And I'm like, it's Brian Barganier. She's like, Brian Barganier. I'm like, yep. Brian Barganier. Just see her in the corner, all of Joe said, like, Brian Barganier, Brian Barganier, Brian Barganier. Like, she's gonna fuck it up. She's gonna fuck it up. She's gonna manifest it. It's gonna happen. So I'm just waiting for it. It happens all the time. Be Behringer or whatever, right? So I'm just waiting for it. Just hear 20 minutes, Brian Barganier. All drunk, and then she walks up there when Joe's done. She goes, all right, you guys, I'm gonna bring up your next comedian. Very good friend of mine. Make some noise for Joe Barganier, everyone! That's funny. I did that joke in front of my dad when he came to that show in my yard. And then he came up to me afterwards, and I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody, but he told me then what I was going to be named if I was ever born a girl. Has that ever happened to anybody? They're like, this is what your name's gonna be. What was your name gonna be? What is it now and what was it gonna be?
Spencer, and it was gonna be Chelsea.
Oh wow, you would have been a great nail salon person or whatever. Spencer and Chelsea, what a fucking not similar at all, right? Like, but that doesn't even top mine though, dude. Like, my name's Brian. What do you think it should have been or would have been?
Yeah.
You'd fucking think, right? No, you're not even ready for my name was gonna be. Ready? Amber. My name was gonna be Amber Barganier. Like, let me tell you something about Amber Barganier. Amber Barganier does anal behind the dumpster, all right? Amber Barganier doesn't leave a party until all the dicks are sucked. That is a garbage can. Woo. So you just get Brian in a less dirty sweatshirt than all these other ones, right? But this past year has been cool and stuff. All I have for material right now is Facebook memories, right? Like, I'm actually celebrating an important anniversary this month, so this is gonna be my ta-da moment and everything. This is like the end, I guess. This is there's no bit, just a fun story I want to share with you guys. That happened a year ago. I have a baby bladder. Anyone else? I think that was my wife who groaned. Like, ugh! There's always one in a couple, right? Like, and it's me, and I remember we were driving in the middle of like Connecticut. We were like in Madison, Connecticut, I want to say, and I see like this podunk rest stop, and I'm like, hey, can we stop there? I have to pee. And she's like, yep, and she pulls over, and I run in, and it's like one of those small rinky-dink bathrooms where it's like a one sink, one urinal situation. So I walk in, there's a guy washing his hands. I don't think anything of it. When I get to the urinal is full of pennies. Full. Like a wishing well. Like someone was like, fling more Mountain Dew or whatever. Some sort of wish. So I'm peeing on the pennies. What am I gonna do? I have to go, right? Peeing on them. Kind of just listening. So I realize now the guy is washing his hands. I didn't notice it when I walked in. He was, but now I notice it, because then the problem becomes is I'm done peeing and he's still washing his hands. Jesus Christ, all right. So now I'm just standing there, my dick out. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to get behind him in line and like peer pressure him out of the bit, like get in line for the sink, I guess, right? Do not make me laugh. It's so hard to get this next part out. When I got up to the sink, he was washing a bag of grapes. He was washing a bag of grapes! It's like, Doug, what happened there that you need to wash those there? Also, this is a rest stop bathroom. Where the fuck did you get produce? Is this like one of those take a penny, leave a grape sort of situation? You guys were so much fun. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Keep it going for Brian.